How about selling it to a minority ownership group that could show the NFL is moving in the right direction? Hey, it's one thing to talk about black coaches in the National Football League. It's one thing to talk about black general managers. It's another thing to start talking about a minority owner owning the football team.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
They actually play Miami and nobody else. Bum after bum after bum. Now, the key ingredient to this clause, though, Joe, college football undefeated season. Ooh, no, wait, Donnie. You're undefeated in the regular season. You got to win like 4 games to win that championship. No, you don't. It's regular season. Notre Dame, the kings of duck, and saying, hey, we're going to play the easiest schedule ever. They got it.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
The money line keeps climbing, though, if you'll notice.
Yes.
The point spread hasn't moved. It's been locked in at 4.5. The money line, though, keeps creeping up, man. It was 210, and it's funny because normally you figure the number would be correlated, right? It's like, all right, the money line, the point spread's this, that means the money line is that, which tells us there's a lot of money line plays coming in on Seattle.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
He completed a pool bank shot at just 2 years and 302 days. His achievements make him one of the youngest double record holders ever. So let me summarize this for you without reading. He's 2 years old, and he's really good at pool. I mean, that is crazy. 2 years old! How is he doing this? I have no idea. So I guess we got to start training our youngsters to play pool. Okay, fair enough.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
Okay, welcome to another edition of the Craig Card Show. My main man, Tyrone A. Johnson, right over there. It's now day 2 after the Super Bowl, and not much Super Bowl fallout out there because it wasn't a great game, because New England wasn't very good, and nobody thinks Seattle's winning back-to-back. So from that standpoint, we all kind of stretch out today and kind of get back to our children and our wives and our lives. Garbage has to be taken out. Recycling has to be taken out. And until baseball starts at the end of March, we once again become husbands. We once again have no reason to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. We once again have to say, yes, honey, and no, honey, and you look great, honey, and no, that doesn't make you look fat, honey, and I love you, honey. Oh, and by the way, my name's Craig. Nice to meet you, honey. And you're doing the same thing in your house.
Hold on, Craig. Yeah. This is a bit disturbing.
What's that?
You're basically admitting to not just America, but the world.
What did I say?
That you don't take the trash out during football season?
That's correct.
Well, who takes the trash out?
I have 3 young men living in my house, all right, and they take out the trash. I have 4 children. Yeah. I have a daughter and 3 boys.
Yeah.
Whenever one of my 3 boys is home, they take out the trash. Right. It's their job.
Right, but
here's how I work it.
Right.
I pay the mortgage. I pay for electricity.
Yeah.
Which went out again today, by the way, because maybe my check didn't clear. And the young adult men, all right, who have to shave every once in a while.
Yeah.
They don't pay rent.
Right.
They take out the trash.
Got
it. Parenting.
Right. But you said,
go ahead,
just now,
because
this is what's throwing me off
ahead,
here.
Bring it on, brother.
That now you're going to take part in that now just because of football. So they take it out during football season or
Great
what?
question, by the way. During football season, I don't get off the couch.
Okay.
When my wife goes, somebody's got to take out the trash. I go, Anthony, Sonny, and if Lucky's home from college, I yell his name too.
Right.
Post-football season, I get up, and I go find them, and I drag them downstairs, and then I follow them with a flashlight so they can see. But I ain't taking no trash out. It's not my job.
All right. Okay.
Simple. Not my job.
No, because, I'm listening. I'm listening to the open.
Yeah.
I'm listening to the open.
So,
and I'm just
I was trying to figure out yesterday my drive home late at night, as you know. I have a very busy day, up at 5:30, don't get home till 7:30. It's a full day. It's a 14-hour day every day. As I tease to my wife when she calls me 17 times throughout the day, time to make the donuts. I'm just like a little gerbil on that wheel. Every day's the same day.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out if I was going to rank who had the worst Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay.
All right? So I've got a list. I have 5 guys or gals on my list. 5 people that had 1 to 5 the worst Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Now, if you want to jump in at any point or add people, by all means, you can add people.
Okay.
What I'm going to do for you, I'm going to give it to you 5 up to 1. Okay?
That makes sense.
5 up to 1. So
Okay.
here I have it. So the 5th person, number 5 on the list, who had the worst Super Bowl Sunday, I'm going to put out there right now, was actually Robert Kraft.
Okay.
Robert Kraft, of course, owner of the Patriots, didn't get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Hammers on him a lot. Miserable game. Patriots play like crap. He's 80-something years old. He lost out on his final chance in his lifetime to actually see a Super Bowl win. So I feel bad for him.
Okay.
Now look, knock on wood, he lives another 20 years. Obviously, it's unlikely. He's in his 80s.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a solid 5 to 10. I did a little research on it. The Patriots, they're done. They're not getting back to another Super Bowl in the next decade. So I feel bad for Robert Kraft. He's number 4. He's number 5.
Number 5.
Yeah.
I mean, I pending the rest of the list.
Yeah.
That sound. I think you're off to a bit of a shaky start.
Shaky start.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4, Patriot fans. I put them all together as one group because they lost their mortgage payments, they lost their car payments, they lost their girls, and now they have to deal with the reality that they're not winning another Super Bowl for the next decade, and Boston sports, frankly, sucks around them. Sports fans in Boston, Patriots fans specifically, go.
Now they've done a ton of winning in their lifetime. A ton of winning in their
Feel bad
lifetime.
for them today. Losers.
I'm saying, what age fan?
Losers. I would say if you're 20 and under, loser. Yeah, absolute loser. Yeah, sorry about that. So Patriot fans, I think, had a very, very tough Sunday.
The 20-year-olds got a Celtics championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Just go with it, okay?
All right, okay.
All right. Number 3, the people that think that the TP USA concert event was successful.
Okay.
I got to be honest. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. I know it's the most viewed live event in YouTube history. I'm not sure how much money they made. I went back yesterday and tried to watch it.
Yeah.
And I like country music. The Kid Rock performance was an embarrassment. Okay, and look, I know a lot of people watched it. I like Kid Rock. I like his music. I like the other country stars. I like country music. It was lip-synced. It wasn't lip-synced well.
No.
Here's what it did, though. It proved that there can be an audience at the halftime of the Super Bowl if you market it right, get the right performers, and the NFL continues with their woke policy of bringing on entertainers that most of America don't want to see.
Yeah,
I think we learned a valuable
pause
lesson.
right there. Pause right there.
Good.
What the hell was woke about that performance? No, I want you to actually answer it.
TP USA.
No. What was woke about the bad boy? What was woke about?
Yeah,
Tell me.
not speaking English. Woke.
That's no.
Yes.
No. So
Yes.
So how about this?
Go ahead.
Because I don't think you should have went this route.
Go ahead. It's fine.
Define woke.
Yeah. Well, I can't really define it today.
No.
It'll take me a full hour.
No. What?
Take me a
No.
full hour.
You should be able to define it in a sentence.
Yes.
You use that word liberally. And I know you don't like liberals.
I do
so
not.
if you're going to use it liberally, you should be able to define it in a sentence.
Yeah, going against what the average American wants.
So you mean like a traditional marriage and beautiful women?
No.
We hate that in America.
No.
Now go ahead and move on.
I mean, forcing guy-on-guy sex action in my face.
Yeah,
Not speaking English.
I noticed that.
Not speaking
That's
English.
the one you noticed.
That's another good one. I
Yeah,
did notice
that's
that.
the one you
By the
noticed.
way, I'll
But you
say
didn't
this.
notice the beautiful women on the marriage.
No, I did.
No, it's just,
I did.
No, I'm good.
I also thought
number two.
it was insulting.
Number 2.
I thought it was insulting.
Number 2. That move. Number 2.
I thought it was insulting
Number 2.
to the Spanish community also. Latin American people are more than just taco salespeople. I thought it was a little offensive. It's stereotyping.
Yeah, because you
stereotyping
a Spanish person told you that, or a white person told you that.
I heard Adam Carolla say it.
A white person
I think
told
he's
you.
Spanish.
Okay.
It ends in an A. I got a shot. I got it. Maybe Tony Bruno was right. You know I love you. All right. Here we go. Number 2 on my list, Will Campbell, starting left tackle for the New England Patriots. And now they're coming out saying that he had a torn ligament in his knee, but not an excuse.
So why say it?
Right.
Then?
If it's not an excuse, why are you saying it?
Why say it?
Right?
Yeah.
So they're saying that he was so bad in the Super Bowl, not because he had short pterodactyl arms, but because torn ligament in the knee, but not an excuse. Not an excuse. Nobody needs to know about it.
Yeah.
Not an excuse.
And also, why was his ass out there?
Yes, right. If you have a torn ACL, MCL, whatever it is, and you can't play, why are you playing?
The backup could not have been worse.
Correct.
So don't be out there.
100% agree with you on that. Now, there's a story after the game. And look, he didn't speak after the game to the press, as you know.
Yeah.
But there's a story in New England in the Boston Globe today that Will Campbell, after the game, tried to punch a wall in the locker room. But his arms were too short.
He couldn't reach the wall.
And number one, the guy or gal that had the worst Super Bowl Sunday, and I'm pretty sure you're going to agree with me on this one, has got to be Steph Diggs.
Yes.
Stephon Diggs apparently at halftime got text messages from Cardi B that she knew, and I'm paraphrasing here, that an ex-girlfriend of his with whom he has a child was at the Super Bowl as an invited guest of Stephon Diggs's. So Cardi B broke up with him at halftime. Now, as you know, it's an extended halftime.
Yeah.
So for sure, guys go to their cell phones at halftime.
Oh, yeah.
They do it even when it's not extended. And apparently, as the story now goes, Stephon Diggs got a text from Cardi B at halftime saying a lot of words I can't say on this show, but literally broke up with him at halftime of the Super Bowl.
Well, good.
Who had a worse day than him?
Nobody. And it might explain why he was so bad in the game. And why are you bringing the side piece to the Super Bowl?
Well, if you're going to bring the side piece, she's got to be in a different part of the stadium. Bad day for Steph Diggs.
Aaron Judge, no stranger to hitting 60 home runs in a season, but we certainly aren't going to put a FanDuel win total or even DraftKings at 60. So Sam, our producer, set it at 55. Aaron Judge will hit 55-plus home runs this year. You going to buy or sell?
All right, Aaron Rodgers here.
Oh, there
Aaron,
he is.
What do you think? What do you think, Aaron? Can you hit 55? Aaron Judge, right? I got it in my head here. 55 is asking a lot, Sam. It's asking a lot. He hit 53 last year, 58 the year before, 37, but that was the year he hurt his toe in Dodger Stadium, and then, of course, 62. I got to sell this. All right, you're asking for just to be 7 home runs off the record? I mean, no, he can't keep doing this every year here. Plus, he does have an injury history there. Over the last 2 years, he's been completely healthy. I'll just say no. Between the possibility of an injury, teams waking up and going, nope, not pitching to him, I'll take the under here. Although, as a Yankee fan, he better. Because if he don't, Yankees going to be in a lot of trouble.
So I've decided to go by the letter of the law. Sam is not going to like this. Sam is not going to like my answer. Yep. Sam, listen, Sam leaves these little loopholes in the buy or sell. 55 home runs between 55 plus the regular season, postseason, World Baseball Classic, buy. Spring training, buy. Above 55 between spring training, World Baseball Classic, regular season, and postseason. Aaron Judge will hit 55 home runs. He didn't say this season. He didn't say this season. He said this year. The graphic says this year.
Fantasy Sports Today. Friday, starting at 3 p.m. Only on SportsGrid.
Welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. One final thing on the Super Bowl. That everyone's talking about, attacking me for saying that the Patriots are an average team and the Patriots next year are maybe a 5 or 6 win team. I actually went to check their schedule for next year. It is not easy, home or away, outside of the AFC East, obviously. But some guy put out a study. And they took, everyone's attacking me because I said Drake Maye is an average quarterback. And this is a one-and-done situation for the New England Patriots. So I decided to do something I don't like to do, and that's analytical work. because I believe sports is more of a gut thing than a piece of paper with some numbers on it and an algorithm on it. I think analytics have actually killed sports in a lot of ways, and we've taken a gut managerial and coaching decisions out because we live and die by the almighty number, right? Mm-hmm. So what if I told you that in the postseason, the New England Patriots had 53 total drives with Drake Maye at quarterback. And in those 53 drives, if you take the total points they scored and divide it by drives, that the New England Patriots scored 1.13 points per drive.
Okay.
That's the actual mathematical number. Now, in a vacuum, that number means nothing because you got to compare it to something else for the number to have meaning. Yeah. Fair enough?
Makes sense.
So I went back and I tried to find what's the last NFL team to be winless. And I found the 2017 Cleveland Browns. Mm-hmm. It's a total random arbitrary pick on my part.
Yeah.
But I wanted to compare the Patriots postseason to the worst regular season of the last umpteen years. Fair enough?
Fair.
All right. So the Patriots postseason, they averaged 1.13 points per drive, okay? Mm-hmm. The winless Cleveland Browns about 10 years ago averaged 1.22.
Wow.
So the worst football team in the modern era of the NFL had a better offense statistically than the Drake Maye-led New England Patriots this entire postseason. So I'm not cherry-picking one quarter. I'm not cherry-picking one game. I'm giving you the 4 games that Drake Maye was the starting quarterback in the postseason for the Patriots was worse than the winless season that the Cleveland Browns had from an offensive standpoint. So if you want to use analytics, I'll be the first to tell you, I am not an analytic guy. Yeah. I am a gut guy. I'm an eyeball test guy. But a lot of you are like, what are the analytics? What are the stats? So I did my homework. Those are the stats. So if you're a Patriot fan, for all the nonsense about Drake Maye's the guy and Drake Maye should be MVP and Drake Maye's going to be, Tom Brady 2.0, the stats don't bear that out. The stats actually tell a story that our eyes have told us throughout anyway, and that is this. Drake Maye is an average quarterback, and when playing against a good, healthy defense, Drake Maye is a below-average quarterback, and that's a fact.
Now, there's even more. It's even worse. No, that was very well done, but it's even worse.
Thank you.
Now, he just lost the Super Bowl. We all have to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
So I looked up the history of NFL football.
Yeah.
Of quarterbacks, regardless of their age, that lost the Super Bowl.
Go ahead.
And ever in their lives won a Super Bowl later on.
Let's see if I can guess. So quarterback that made it to the Super Bowl but lost his first Super Bowl appearance.
Yes.
How many of those guys made it back at any other point of their career
and won,
or just the next year?
No. At any point in their career. There's only 4 in the history of the sport.
That lost their first one.
Lost their first Super Bowl like Drake Maye just did and ever won a Super Bowl later in their career.
Quick question.
Yes.
Are we counting guys that lost the game as a starter but then won as a backup like Carson Wentz?
No. It has to be only starters.
Okay.
And there's only 4 in the
4
history of the
guys
sport.
Lost their first Super Bowl and then won a Super Bowl at some other point in their career.
That's right.
Brett Favre?
Brett Favre won his first Super Bowl.
He won his first one.
He lost his second one.
Got it. Okay. I'm being told in my ear one's very recent.
Yes, that is true.
A recent one. Oh, Jalen Hurts.
That is correct.
Good call.
He is one of the 4.
Jalen Hurts lost the first one to Kansas City, came back 2 years later, beat Kansas City.
Yes.
All right, good one.
Yes.
I'm assuming the other 3 are not as recent.
They are not as recent. 2 of them almost ancient history.
Ancient history.
Almost
really?
Relatively
70s?
ancient history.
Or before that?
70s.
70s. Early 70s?
Yes. And then one later in between. One's in between.
Len Dawson.
Correct.
Yes.
Lost Super Bowl 1, won Super Bowl 4.
How about that for a pull?
That's a good pull.
With no help at all.
That's right.
So I'm halfway home.
Halfway home. There's 2 more.
I just give me a general. Oh, John Elway.
That is correct.
Lost 2 Super Bowls, right?
3 Super Bowls.
3 straight that he won.
And then 1 back-to-back Super Bowls. And there's 1 more.
One more guy.
And think undefeated.
think undefeated.
Yes.
So it's got to be Bob Greasy.
That is correct. He lost in 72.
He lost with the Colts, right?
Lost, yes, and then came back and won in both 73 and 74 right after. So he went lost Super Bowl, win Super Bowl.
Now, Bob Greasy never played for the Colts. Bob Greasy lost
with the Dolphins.
He lost with the Dolphins.
With the Dolphins.
I apologize. I was thinking Don Shula. But my bad on that.
So you have Len Dawson.
Len Dawson's the first guy to do it.
First guy. Then Bob Greasy did it. Only a couple years later.
To do it.
Then there was basically 25 years
without it happening.
Elway did it.
Right.
And then there was like 30 years and Jalen Hurts.
Got it. So it's a memo to Patriot fans. The notion that Drake Maye is going to lead you back to a Super Bowl, historically speaking, is highly unlikely to happen.
Right. Joe Burrow, for example. Everyone thought once he lost to the Rams, Joe Burrow will be back.
Marino.
His career's not over, Joe Burrow.
Right.
But they don't even make the playoffs anymore, let alone win the Super Bowl.
That's a good one.
It is not a given. It's far from a given.
Which is why I keep telling people in New England, I know they're mad at me, I don't care, that you have to look at what happened this week and this year as one and done. This is not a juggernaut. This is not a team that's coming back. I actually don't even think Stephon Diggs is going to be on the team next year.
No,
so
he won't be.
Who's your best wide receiver? Mac Hollins?
They got to draft one.
Yeah.
They must draft
You have
one.
no wide receivers. You have a good running back for sure. Ramondre Stevenson had a good year. And you have an average quarterback. And you have a lousy offensive line. This was a smoke and mirrors. This was a David Copperfield year. He's a famous magician.
Yeah.
All right.
Wasn't he married to a top model? He was married to a...
He was. What
was it?
A blonde one.
Claudia Schiffer?
Claudia Schiffer. Good poet.
Look at that.
Yeah.
All right.
Not my favorite magician of all time.
David Blaine?
No, not David Blaine. Not David Blaine. I want you got to go back.
Houdini?
You remember? No, not Houdini.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Houdini died 30 years before I was born.
I didn't know that.
You got to go back. Not Penn and Teller. Not David Copperfield. Not David Blaine. Not even the kid that won America's Got Talent. No. You guys are missing the greatest American magician of all time. I'll give you 2 minutes to think about it. Quick 2-minute break. Back with that. And then more from the Super Bowl after this.
How about selling it to a minority ownership group that could show the NFL is moving in the right direction? Hey, it's one thing to talk about black coaches in the National Football League. It's one thing to talk about black general managers. It's another thing to start talking about a minority owner owning the football team.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio. Only on SportsGrid.
Aaron Peterson right now is minus 300 to be the top pick in the NBA draft. And anybody that saw the game on Saturday, you saw his vicious dunk and he saw his explosiveness, and he hung 18 points up on the board in the first half, right? What did he do in the second half? Ask Bill Self. Why did he come out of the game? What did Bill Self say? I don't know. Ask him. This is where we're at right now.
In-game live only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
David Tyree.
Oh, wow.
The 2008 Giants win against the New England Patriots, and the Tyree catch of the Plaxico Burress game-winning touchdown. That was the only other time in Super Bowl history where the betting public won money.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow.
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. I gave you 2 minutes there, Tyrone. And you can go to the Lifeline to Ethan downstairs for help. Who was the greatest magician of the 1970s and 80s right before David Copperfield kind of took over for him as the next great American magician?
I got no help during the commercial break.
I'll give you a hint. He had buck teeth and a mustache. Does that help?
Doesn't help me. It doesn't.
That doesn't help you guys at all. You might be too young, to be honest. Like, I'm not surprised you don't know it.
Yeah.
Because you're about a decade probably too young to have watched this guy regularly on TV.
What, he used to be on like the Today Show doing stuff or whatever?
Whatever you did back in the 70s and early 80s, this guy did it. This guy was the king of Vegas. This guy was the king of magic specials on TV. Everything.
I don't.
I'm going to give you the name. His name, Doug Henning.
Doug Henning?
Yes.
Not Kurt Henning?
Doug Henning. Anyhow, separate Super Bowl story for you. Remember yesterday I told you that $500 million was wagered on Kalshi?
On just
on
Kalshi
the Super Bowl.
alone, yeah.
So the new numbers have come in, and I was woefully short. Kalshi took over $1 billion in wagers.
$1 billion?
Yes, over $1 billion in wagers. Now, I want to show you a difference here, okay? Mm-hmm. Kalshi, which is one of probably about 10 now prediction markets. Mm-hmm. There's Kalshi and Poly Market. They're the big two.
Yeah.
And then you have, all the other online legal casinos, FanDuel, DraftKings, Fanatics, BetMGM, all those guys. They've now gotten into the predictive markets because it's very lucrative and it allows them to operate those types of things in states that have not legalized wagering yet.
Yeah.
Texas, California, and two of the 10. All right, so here's what's interesting. The Nevada books for the Super Bowl took in $134 million of wagers.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Nevada, in person, took in $134 million of wagers. Kalshi alone took in more than 10 times that.
Now,
Vegas is dying.
Yes.
Now, just real quick, on the $134 million that Vegas took in legal wagers in Vegas casinos, they made a net profit of $9.9 million. So, one city in America, only one city in America, made $10 million essentially off the Super Bowl. Kalshi took in over $1 billion. Not profit, total value of wagers.
Right, and even if you do the same percentage, that's a lot of money that they made. Now, I'm not going to make the value judgment right now about whether we should or shouldn't be doing this amount of gambling, but I will say this. If it's this popular, gambling at this level on the game, will the NFL, in your opinion, try to capitalize on it even more than they have?
Yes. Now, there's class action lawsuits in a number of states right now against the predictive market, so that's going to have to play out first. But as you know, the NFL is greedy.
Yeah.
The NBA is greedy.
Yeah.
NHL already has a deal with Kalshi, as a matter of fact. So here's what's going to happen. Once these court cases get heard, the floodgates were going to open again. And while they've taken billions of dollars from the legalized sports wagering market, they will do the same thing with Kalshi and Poly Market and all the other ones that pop up. So here's what's interesting. There is a rapper named Remy. I'm not sure if you know him. I was not familiar with him. R-E-M-E. It might be Reem. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, my apologies, okay? So he's very good friends with Drake. So he made a wager, $177,000, trying to win $400,000, that Drake and Cardi B would not perform during the halftime show of the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Now he's friends with Drake.
Right.
So as the story now goes, he called Drake up. Drake said, I ain't performing, and I don't think Cardi B is either.
Right.
Okay. As you said yesterday, during the halftime show, Cardi B actually did not sing or rap. Cardi B danced.
She did.
So according to the Kalshi predictive market, her dancing on camera for over 60 seconds constituted a performance by their definition of what a performance is.
Makes sense.
And I'm going to buy the story as factual that it was written out.
Okay.
How they define a performance for those people that want to wager on it.
Yeah.
So there's a rapper named Remy or Reem, whatever his name is, who wagered $177,000 trying to more than double his money that Drake and Cardi B would not perform at halftime of the Super Bowl. So when Kalshi graded it as Drake did not perform, but Cardi B did. The dude lost his money.
Good.
$177,000 on what he thought was a lock insider trading bet. But because it's not regulated, there's no such thing as insider trading. You're allowed to do it. For example, if you're Drake, obviously doesn't need the money, lost $1 million on the Patriots on a bet he announced.
But for all we know,
he easily could have taken $1 million, $500,000, whatever it is, and gone to Kalshi or Polymarket and made a wager anonymously that Drake was not performing at halftime and gotten all his money and then some back.
Wow.
It is a problem.
He completed a pool bank shot at just 2 years and 302 days. His achievements make him one of the youngest double record holders ever. So let me summarize this for you without reading. He's 2 years old, and he's really good at pool. I mean, that is crazy. 2 years old! How is he doing this? I have no idea. So I guess we got to start training our youngsters to play pool. Okay, fair enough.
Newswire, only on SportsGrid.
How about selling it to a minority ownership group that could show the NFL is moving in the right direction? Hey, it's one thing to talk about black coaches in the National Football League. It's one thing to talk about black general managers. It's another thing to start talking about a minority owner owning the football team.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Gosh, I really do like the storylines with these open field events. Like, I want us to expand these signature events to bigger fields, because I really do like the Joel Damon story, the Andrew Putnam story. It's part of the PGA Tour and what makes it so good. So I don't know where they're going to eventually end up on all of this.
The Smiley Show, only on SportsGrid.
They cheated.
No, they're not saying
Right?
that. Well, they're not, but they're not really giving a reason on Kraft.
The only two of the voters I've seen, maybe it's more, came out and said why they didn't vote for him. And they said, I'm limited to 3 votes.
Yeah.
And I will always pick a player over a coach or an owner.
Right.
By the way, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because that's the guy saying, I'm not afraid of you knowing who I picked. I'm going to tell you why I picked him.
The Craig Carton Show, only on SportsGrid.
Hi, welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. You know, there's a sad passing. Tyron Johnson's here as well, of a former NFL head coach that did not get a lot of attention, and I kind of found it interesting. So you may not even remember the guy's name. He was the New York Giants head coach after Parcells. His name was Ray Handley.
No, I remember him.
Okay, Ray Handley was like a running game specialist for those Giants Super Bowl teams.
Yeah.
Won 2 Super Bowls as a member of the Parcells coaching staff. When Bill Parcells left the Giants, he became the head coach of the Giants. And correct me if I'm wrong, maybe 2 years he was here, Ethan? I know a year for sure. I think maybe he got into his second year. Kind of irrelevant. Ray Handley passed away yesterday at 81 years old. The reason I bring it up, and I didn't realize this, Ray Handley did not do a single interview from the time that he was fired as the Giants head coach till the day he died about being the Giants head coach, about being an NFL coach, about winning 2 Super Bowls, or anything else. And that troubled me because if you live in New York, there was a really bad, nasty, offensive rumor that people spread, kind of like old school, like game of telephone, or like pass it down the lane. And it was this disgusting rumor that look, we've all heard it. We've all retold it if you're a New Yorker around the time that Ray Handley was here. And I thought it was interesting. He had to have known that the rumor existed, that the urban legend about him was out there. And I'm not going to repeat on the air here what the urban legend was, but it was offensive.
Right.
Right? And it's the kind of thing you would take personally because it was about who you were as a person, nothing at all to do with football. And it dawned on me yesterday driving home, because I mentioned it on my radio show, that Ray Handley had passed away, and I kind of left it at that. Imagine going 35 years, the rest of your life, like 35 years from the day you got fired to the day you died, knowing that there's a nasty urban legend out there about you as a person and never once addressing it and taking it to your grave. And I was trying to figure out driving home last night if that made me feel like it was more likely to have happened, the urban legend about him, or if it was less likely to have happened, but he just never wanted to give it fuel. And I decided, sadly, that him never addressing it, him never speaking about his time as the New York Giants head coach made me feel like it was more likely than not that the urban legend happened.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm right.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to be clear. I'm not putting it out there for attention or clicks or glorifying the rumor because I don't know if it happened or not. And I don't think Ray Handley should be besmirched based on a rumor. And if I put the story out there, it just regenerates the story that may not be factual. But based on what I've told you thus far, do you think a guy that keeps his mouth tight for the 35, 40 last years of his life and never publicly addresses the nasty urban legend means it's more likely to have happened or less likely?
In his particular case, I'm going to say more likely, but not because he never addressed it.
And I never told you what the rumor was, to be fair.
I still don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is. The reason is because I'm looking up his actual life, not the rumors.
Yeah.
So one, he was a bad coach, but not as bad as I remember.
No.
He went 8-8 and 6-10. There's been coaches worse than that.
Sure.
Then he moved on.
The Giants have had a few of them.
Yeah. He wasn't good, but he wasn't as bad as I remember.
And he was very well thought of in the job he had prior to becoming the head coach when the Parcells thing blew up.
But apparently, according to this that I'm reading, he became a total recluse after that.
Yeah.
We know he never coached again. He
So
moved
stop
to
there.
Yeah.
Did he become a recluse because he was a failed head coach? Or did he become a recluse because of what people think the causal reason for his firing was? When he got fired, there was a lot of people that said, he was 6-10. Obviously bad coach, we needed a new coach.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of people that to this day believe he got fired based on the urban legend.
Yeah, I mean, Dan Reeves came in and won the division the next year. Clearly, he wasn't a very good coach.
Okay.
So I'm not. But he moves to the Lake Tahoe area.
Okay, beautiful area.
And then basically doesn't talk to anybody.
Disappears.
And they reached out to him.
Yeah.
And they said this was always his answer. He either said no, comma, I'm not the least bit interested. Thank you very much.
Okay.
He would say that, or he would say, thank you very much. He would never answer. So for years, people would say,
so you
hey,
think
Ray.
you're a legend, and you don't even know what it is.
I don't even know what it is.
You think you think it's more likely to be true?
Yes.
Now, Rich Kotite has disappeared.
Yes.
He moved from Staten Island, I think, down to South Carolina. He's 80 years old, and to my knowledge, Rich Kotite, no urban legend about him, has never done an interview since he got fired by the Jets.
He has done some.
I never saw, but
No. The reason I say that is in Philadelphia, there was a person who called him. Now you have
and he spoke to that person?
You have to go to him. He's not going to talk on the phone.
Yeah.
He's not going to come to where you are.
Yeah.
I don't know about now.
He lived in Staten Island for a long time.
Had you driven to Rich Kotite's home,
yes,
apparently he talked to you.
Got it.
Apparently when it came to Mr. Hanley, he would say, no, I'm not the least bit interested.
Got it.
Thank you very much.
See, it brings me to something I don't know if I've told you. I know I've said it before in my career. There's look, I love doing this podcast, obviously, but there's another podcast I've always wanted to do.
Okay.
And it's a podcast where I basically do the last interview a well-known person ever does.
Oh, wow.
So it's people that are near death.
Well, hold on. Are you going
So it's like Death's Door, the podcast.
Right, but are you going to kill him?
No. But like,
because how do you guarantee? Well, I love the concept. The issue is, what happens if the guy thinks it's his last one?
Yeah.
18 months later, I'm still alive. Let me talk to this person
that's
over
on
there.
me. That's on me.
Okay.
But so like, I'm not going to talk to a lot of, able-bodied people in their 70s. I figure I'd talk to you when you hit 80 because then the clock really starts ticking faster.
Unless you're Jerry
So
Jones.
I want to be like the last on-record interview that a well-known person ever does. And right now, the working title of the podcast is Death's Door, the podcast. I like that a lot. I think it's a winner.
I love your concept.
I'll give you an example. Like, who's an athlete today? Let's just keep it to sports for a second. Because this could obviously be huge politics, entertainment, whatever, right? But if I keep it to sports, I'll give you one. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Probably going to die somewhat soon.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, big guy. Tall guys don't live that long. I would want to do the final of-record interview. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, but
bang.
Well,
Death's Door, the podcast.
See, now this part I'm uncomfortable with. See, I was with you.
Yeah.
I think the idea is great in a vacuum.
It's a great idea.
But you probably...
It's a great idea in
No. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
You agree that podcast requires booking guests. Or it doesn't work.
You have to book the guests. Yeah.
Exactly.
Kareem, I need an hour, maybe two. maybe 3.
Right.
Last interview you ever do on record.
Right.
Bang.
Why would he has right, but Kareem, I'm sure you're thinking that the countdown is 18 months, maybe a year, maybe less.
Here's what I do.
He probably thinks it's longer.
I don't tell the guests that the name of the podcast is Death's Door, the podcast.
Right, but okay, so let's say you got Kareem.
Yeah.
But then you're going to call it that name.
Yeah.
How do you get anybody else?
Okay, you have a better name?
No, it's not the name. It's how you're booking them. Why don't you wait till they're terminal and then
because they might not be able to speak to me, and they might be dementia may kick in. I want them when they're good of mental health and physical health, so I can give a real, authentic, like long form interview about their entire lives, their careers, and all of this great stories that I don't want them to take to the grave. These men and women have great stories, and I think like I was sad, for example. Hank Aaron died, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, did Hank Aaron ever do the last sit down where he told stories he's never told before?
No.
Now, maybe Death's Door, the podcast, is not the greatest name for it. Maybe it's like My Final Words. Or
there you go.
The Last Thing Said. Or I don't know. We'll come up with a creative name.
Will and Testament.
But conceptually, genius idea.
Love it.
Yeah.
You know who you should
You
be
want to
thinking
produce it?
about.
I need a producer for it.
Sure.
All right,
Yeah,
great. Ethan, you're out. Sorry.
The other thing is, there's a person who's doing interviews. I didn't realize he was still with us, and he's tall.
Who is it? Tom Green?
Ed Too Tall Jones.
Ed Too Tall Jones. Book him.
Now, he's speaking to people, talking about the opportunities you have to take advantage of when you're in the NFL and what you do with things. But he's 6'9".
Yeah.
And he's north of 70.
And he boxed a little bit, too.
Right. So his body's pretty beat up, I would like to think.
Let's get him on the show.
I think that for your concept, he would be a person where that one might work. Ed Too Tall Jones.
Hey, Ethan, do me a favor. Will you call the guys at Red Seat Ventures and Fox and ask them if they'll financially support that podcast? Thanks. Appreciate you. Just get back to me before the end of the show. Yeah. You got 20 minutes. Get back to me. Yeah. I think it's genius, by the way. Who's the next president most likely to pass away based on age? Who's the oldest one? I guess Clinton's the oldest, right?
Biden's the oldest.
Biden, yeah.
Biden's the oldest.
Like you want to get the last interview with him. That kind of thing. Yeah. This is a money idea, folks.
Aaron Judge, no stranger to hitting 60 home runs in a season, but we certainly aren't going to put a FanDuel win total or even DraftKings at 60. So Sam, our producer, set it at 55. Aaron Judge will hit 55-plus home runs this year. You going to buy or sell?
All right, Aaron Rodgers here.
Oh, there
Aaron,
he is.
What do you think? What do you think, Aaron? Can you hit 55? Aaron Judge, right? Got it in my head here. 55 is asking a lot, Sam. It's asking a lot. He hit 53 last year, 58 the year before, 37, but that was the year he hurt his toe in Dodger Stadium, and then, of course, 62. I got to sell this. All right, you're asking for just to be 7 home runs off the record? I mean, no, he can't keep doing this every year here. Plus, he does have an injury history there. Over the last 2 years, he's been completely healthy. I'll just say no. Between possibility of an injury, teams waking up and going, nope, not pitching to him. I'll take the under here. Although, as a Yankee fan, he better. He better, because if he don't, Yankees going to be in a lot of trouble.
So I've decided to go by the letter of the law. Sam is not going to like this. Sam is not going to like my answer. Yep. Sam, listen, Sam leaves these little loopholes in the buy or sell. 55 home runs between 55 plus the regular season, postseason, World Baseball Classic, buy. Spring training, buy. Above 55 between spring training, World Baseball Classic, regular season, and postseason. Aaron Judge will hit 55 home runs. He didn't say this season. He didn't say this season. He said this year. The graphic says this year.
Fantasy Sports Today. Friday, starting at 3 p.m. Only on SportsGrid.
Hi, welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. Everyone's making such a big deal about how Mike Tirico did the play-by-play for the Super Bowl on NBC in San Francisco. And then today he's going to be doing the coverage of the Olympics live from Italy.
No, you already did.
Yeah, or yesterday.
Last
right?
night.
And it's like, oh, what a warrior. What a trooper. Mike Tirico. What a professional. What a great example for the kids out there.
That's right.
He did the Super Bowl. There he is, running out of the Super Bowl in Santa Clara, getting a massage on his way to the private jet on a Bombardier Express. Oh, I'll have some shrimps and some prime rib.
Prawns.
And I'll fly that Bombardier over to New York. Then from New York, I'll go to Italy. And then I'll get into a chauffeured limousine in Italy.
Yeah.
And I'll have some champagne in the limousine.
To his homeland of Italy.
There you go.
His
Then
homeland.
I'll go into the NBC hotel. I'll have some more shellfish. I'll have a glass of whiskey, and I'll welcome Americans to the to the Olympics in Italy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! How does Mike do it? What a warrior! What a great guy! That plane that he flew, he took 2 of them. I think it stopped in New York, then went from New York to Italy so it could gas up.
And I think they picked some people up there.
It's a Bombardier Express. I've been on a Bombardier.
Humble brag. You see, everybody heard that? Did everybody hear that humble brag?
I said it, that's right.
You heard that?
I took a Bombardier to Vegas once. That thing is nicer than my house. Yeah. Bedrooms on it.
Yeah.
Bars on it. Shower. Massage therapy. Like, let's not.
Therapy.
Yeah, no joke. No joke.
If they have the massage therapist thing that's on the plane.
No, there's like a thing, a place. Like a spa on the plane. Yeah. Oh, Mike Tirico. Let's play the smallest violin in America for my guy Mike Tirico.
I thought what he did was heroic.
Was heroic.
Yes,
he
that's
got
the word I would
$15 million this year to announce a football game, get on a private jet, get on another private jet, and go to Italy for a month.
There's some people out there that are saying,
no one's saying it's heroic.
That are saying
Stop
this.
it.
They're saying that he saved the Super Bowl. That was the most boring Super Bowl ever, except for the Italian stallion Mike Tirico.
Sorry.
That's what people are saying.
Those are Tirico saying that, nobody else.
There's people saying
Mike
that.
Tirico is a very competent, really talented broadcaster.
I read on The Athletic, it was some guy named Andrew.
Yeah. That was heroic.
He said
he saved the Super Bowl.
Saved it.
Like Joe Buck wouldn't have been just as good, if not better.
Well, Joe Buck's better.
Yeah. Like Al Michaels even today might have not been better.
He would have been better. And he would have talked about the spreads during the game. Might as well.
Kevin Burkhardt, Joe Davis. Look, Mike Tirico's a great broadcaster. Mike Tirico did not save the Super Bowl broadcast. It's silly. It's silly. It's just a guy who wants access to an interview who's now saying things that are just silly. Yeah, he didn't save the Super Bowl.
Save the Super Bowl.
Matter of fact, I can tell you, there was nothing that stood out. He did a competent job because that's what he does. But he doesn't have great calls. No. He has competent calls.
Yes.
He doesn't have this command where you're on the edge of your seat like a Kevin Harlan, Gus Johnson.
Yeah.
Joe Davis in baseball. He's a brilliant, competent broadcaster. But to suggest that Mike Tirico saved the Super Bowl broadcast, how?
Well,
why?
I read the article this morning because, I'm a reader. I didn't agree with all of it, but that because the game was boring, he made it watchable, according to some. And then, who amongst us, though? You got to, right in San Francisco, West Coast, get right on the plane, fly all the way to Italy, come right off the plane and go and start broadcasting?
He slept on the plane.
Did he sleep on the plane?
Like, how hard is it? Oh, you have to show up somewhere and talk. He got more sleep than I got Sunday night to Monday.
Yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep.
I got 3 hours of sleep. You got 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, you got a lot of sleep.
Mike Tirico slept on a plane if he wanted to. Now, there's another announcer I want to bring up today as well because I'm concerned about the well-being and health fare of 2 announcers that I don't think very highly of. But as a fellow broadcaster, I do care about the mental health and the physical health of people that have the same profession as me. Just to show you that I'm a caring guy. And I'm very concerned today about the well-being, the mental health of Jamel Hill and Ryan Clark. I'm very concerned about their well-being today.
Okay. Now, do I want to know what? Why are you worried about?
I think you want to know why.
Because I'm
going to tell you why. I'm very, very concerned. Someone should do a wellness check on both Jamel Hill and Ryan Clark.
Oh boy.
And I want to be fair. I used to be a big fan of Ryan Clark's. You know that.
Yeah.
Not anymore. and I've never been a fan of Jamel Hill's. Say what you want. If you like her, that's on you. All right? So I'm not taking a pot shot or anything like that. All right. But I'm truthfully concerned.
I'm interested now.
About their well-being and their mental health.
Okay.
I saw some of the Disney footage from yesterday.
Yeah.
And I saw that there were two guys from the Seattle Seahawks on the teacup ride.
Two?
Two guys at
What? Two?
There you go. At Disneyland in California. So you see Sam Darnold's got a guy in the white hat, and he's with Kenneth Walker.
The MVP.
He's the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I am very concerned about the mental health and welfare of Jamel Hill and Ryan Clark. I don't want them to get too upset that Sam Darnold got invited to Disney along with Kenneth Walker, the MVP of Super Bowl 60. And I know the mere sight of having a white player in that teacup with the MVP, who happens to be black, is enough to set them off and down a very bad path. So I'm hoping that we can do a wellness check on the two biggest race baiters in America to make sure that they're okay, that they're not upset that Kenny Walker had to share the teacup ride with his white quarterback. I'm concerned about that.
Now, just so we're clear.
Are they okay?
No.
Are they all right?
Did
their heads explode?
I don't know if they said anything about it. I honestly don't know what they said.
I'm sure they did.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
You don't think that was odd?
What was odd?
Why the hell was Sam Darnold there?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Well, I'm saying, why was he there?
I'm with you on that.
Like, you
He's
bring
not
the MVP. Last year when Jalen Hurts won the MVP, Jalen Hurts went.
Did anybody go with him?
No.
Are you sure?
100% sure.
I'm just asking because I don't know.
After he did whatever he had to do, he flew back to Philly and they did the parade.
Okay.
Why did Kenneth Walker need a babysitter?
I don't think he did. Now, if you told me that Kenny Walker invited Sam Darnold because they're good friends, I don't know if that's the answer or not.
How long could they have possibly known each other, though?
That explains it.
Since August? Like, how long could they have known each other? They weren't on the same team a year ago.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold just got, like, they might be cool, but how close? They didn't go to the same college. Like, they're not, like, it's odd. Like, forget the race.
Yeah.
It's odd that Kenneth Walker got a chaperone.
But when I saw it, I was concerned about two fellow broadcasters because their heads might explode if they see the teacup ride.
I mean,
and by the way, if you're gonna go on the teacup ride, spin that thing.
Spin it much faster than that.
Or don't go on it. The teacup ride's not to be spun. Spin that thing.
Aaron Judge, no stranger to hitting 60 home runs in a season, but we certainly aren't going to put a FanDuel win total or even DraftKings at 60. So Sam, our producer, set it at 55. Aaron Judge will hit 55 plus home runs this year. You going to buy or sell?
All right, Aaron Rodgers here.
Oh, there
Aaron,
he is.
What do you think? What do you think, Aaron? Can you hit 55? Aaron Judge, right? Got it in my head here. 55 is asking a lot, Sam. It's asking a lot. He hit 53 last year, 58 the year before, 37, but that was the year he hurt his toe in Dodger Stadium, and then, of course, 62. I got to sell this. All right, you're asking for just to be 7 home runs off the record? I mean, no, he can't keep doing this every year here. Plus, he does have an injury history there. Over the last 2 years, he's been completely healthy. I'll just say no. Between possibility of an injury, teams waking up going, nope, not pitching to him. I'll take the under here. Although, as a Yankee fan, he better. He better, because if he don't, Yankees going to be in a lot of trouble.
So I've decided to go by the letter of the law. Sam is not going to like this. Sam is not going to like my answer. Yep. Sam, listen, Sam leaves these little loopholes in the buy or sell. 55 home runs between 55 plus the regular season, postseason, World Baseball Classic, buy. Spring training, buy. Above 55 between spring training, World Baseball Classic, regular season, and postseason. Aaron Judge will hit 55 home runs. He didn't say this season. He didn't say this season. He said this year. The graphic says this year.
Fantasy Sports Today. Friday starting at 3 p.m. Only on SportsGrid.
back to the Craig Carton Show. Some more news off the Super Bowl. For those of you that did watch the Turning Point USA halftime show, there's a lot of controversy around it. First is that it wasn't live, which everyone kind of admitted to right away. I don't think anyone's been lying about that.
Well, because they had they didn't make the 200 people in the crowd sign NDAs, so some of them came forward. It was like, oh yeah, I was there in Atlanta.
So I think it happened like a week or so ago in a recording studio in Atlanta, which in and of itself not that big a deal because they didn't put it off like it was live. Yeah. They didn't lie about it. But the real scandal.
Well, some of the feeds did put live in the corner, but not the main feed.
Got it. Okay. But like the artists never lied.
No, the artists didn't.
And there were a couple country music acts, and Kid Rock was the headliner. So one of the big storylines, and I watched it yesterday, is that when Kid Rock did his most popular song of all time, Ba with the Ba, which is a great song, by the way, and 25 years old at this point, that he was clearly lip syncing. Like I'm watching it yesterday, and there are moments where he takes the microphone like this. It's nowhere near his face, and yet there's no hiccup at all in him singing Ba with the Ba.
Right.
So Kid Rock has now come out because he's heard all the criticism. So the first thing he said moments ago was, yes, the show is pre-recorded. By the way, that's fine.
Okay.
No one's got a problem with that. We knew it was pre-recorded. So that nobody lied about it. So that's not the issue. And then he acknowledged the fact that it was clear to everybody that watched it. Look, to their credit, they had over 5 million concurrent people watching it live, and I guess it's gotten over 25 million views since it aired, right? So that number's going to keep growing and growing. But more than 5 million concurrent viewers live, that's a YouTube record for a live event. That being said, it's quite clear to everybody that he was not singing. He's now doubling down, saying, I share lyrical duties on Ba with the Ba with my DJ, and I'll prove that later today or tomorrow. Well, I don't know how you're going to prove it.
How you going to prove anything?
But no one's suggesting you can't sing. It's just that you didn't sing. And we watched it, and you're not singing Ba with the Ba. You can't claim that you are.
No.
Is that fair?
Yeah, he's got to cut it out.
Yeah.
He's got to cut it out.
So that's the last scandal from the halftime shows from the Super Bowl. There you go.
I don't understand that. So So who's to blame then, Kid Rock?
So he's saying that he watched it back also. He understands why people are accusing him of lip syncing, but he claims he can prove that he was sharing lyrical duties with the DJ, which sounds to me like the DJ sang the entire song and you kind of fake the funk every now and then, or I was right originally, it's just a flat track and you're just lip syncing whatever time you put the mic to your mouth.
Yeah, like I don't understand this. And I don't understand, like, people paid you to do this.
Yeah.
If it's not your fault.
And you're the headliner.
Right. If it's not your fault, then you're basically saying it's somebody's.
You're saying that the
people that paid you.
Tape operator with TPUSA did a bad job?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that's
but
bad
everybody's
form.
got something going on these
Bad
days.
form.
Everyone's got something going on.
Yeah.
And then another quick little story for you. And it's funny. The producers of this show sometimes bring me stories.
Yeah.
And they think I'm going to react a certain way.
Yeah.
Which is why they bring me the story, because they have an expectation that I'm going to agree with their point on it.
That's right.
Or that what they think I'm going to say. And they think it's like, giving me, energy to do the show. Like, right. Great story, you found that. And on this one, they're wrong.
Okay.
So Indiana University has decided to build a statue to Bob Knight.
Yeah.
The legendary college basketball coach who passed away a few years ago.
Now, I believe that they're going to think that you're for this 100%.
No, they think I'm against it.
No.
They think that I don't believe Bobby Knight should have any kind of statue at Indiana. And I think the exact opposite.
All right.
I got no problem with Bobby Knight getting a statue. Why would I? Why would I? And frankly, I know Bobby Knight got fired for being a jackass, and he was a jackass, obnoxious, and mean to a lot of people. Bobby Knight's one of the 4 greatest college basketball coaches of all time. And Bobby Knight is the face of Indiana basketball forever and for now. And the reality is that if you want to honor a guy that transcended college basketball and was the face of Indiana basketball and won championships, I think, in 3 different decades, then Bobby Knight deserves a statue. It's just too bad they didn't give it to him while he was still alive so he and his family could enjoy it.
Well, he wouldn't have known how to act at the thing. He
was a bad guy.
No. At the end, he couldn't. Remember how he grabbed up Dick Vitale and like was roughing people. You probably couldn't do it while he was alive, unfortunately, due to his behavior. But I have no issue with him getting the statue.
Yeah, like, why do I care?
Yeah,
I'm in favor of it.
Yeah. I'm fine with it, unless.
Go ahead.
There is something we don't know, and I feel like by now we know everything that Bob Knight did.
Yeah, he got fired because he was a pain in everyone's ass.
Yeah, I mean, he threw a vase at a woman. Like, he did some things that were very unbecoming. He did stupid stuff,
but it was celebrated. He's one of those rare guys that we didn't care about the dumb stuff or the stupid stuff or the mean stuff or the angry stuff because at the end of the day, he was successful. Yeah. Bob Knight, at his worst, was a bully. At his best, he was a brilliant basketball coach. Have yourselves a great day. We'll do this again tomorrow.